It's afternoon baseball from Pittsburgh on a Saturday as the Bucks get ready to take on the Cincinnati Reds in Game 2 of their 3-game series. Nice W for the Pirates over the Redlegs last night and today. Everybody receiving Pirates Hawaiian shirts. Festive occasion. Late afternoon action. Greg Brown along with Bob Walk and Danny Potash is with us. We're all decked out, ready to go, hoping the Pirates can win 3 in a row. That'll be up to Ivan Nova, who last time out, Bob, looked really good after missing a couple of starts with that sprained finger.
Yeah, really, the rest did him a lot of good. And, you know, I thought the main thing that we would want to look at when he came back was, you know, his command and how efficient was he going to be. He went through that first inning. It was either 9 or 10 pitches. I can't remember. So right away, though, we knew, okay, the Nova that we loved, the guy that came over from the Yankees, he is now back. Threw some great changeups in that game also. So it was a beautiful start for Nova. Glad to have him back and pitching like himself.
How about the makeup of the bullpen right now? It was interesting to see Tyler Glass now get that opportunity in a higher level role. And he did the job in the 7th inning. Then it was Crick and Vasquez, and the Pirates come away with a victory.
Well, we know that Tyler has that power arm, which is one of the things you look for a guy that pitches later in the game. Somebody can come in, get strikeouts, and when he's putting the ball where he wants to, he is that guy. And of course, everything you say about Glass now, you can say about Crick. Also throws very hard, 97, 98. And when he is throwing strikes, it's pretty impressive. Both guys, when they have their command, you're not hitting them. And nobody, especially left-hand hitters, ever hit the nightmare.
It was quite a finish last night as he was able to strike out Joey Votto. So the Pirates look to make it 3 in a row as the Bucks host the Cincinnati Reds. First pitch is coming up in a moment.
Show your military appreciation and use hashtag HatsOffForHeroes. T-Mobile will donate $1 for each post. And by the law firm of Bordas & Bordas. Bordas & Bordas, fighting for justice. Let's go Bucks!
And yeah, let's go Bucks as the Pirates take the field for the middle game of this 3-game series on a sunny Saturday in Pittsburgh. Pirates with a 3-2 win over the Reds last night. They ended their road trip in Phoenix on Wednesday afternoon and held on for a 5-4 victory over the Diamondbacks. And here is Ivan Nova. That look from right over his shoulder for the big right-hander, who makes his second straight start since coming off the disabled list. This is the starting lineup for Jim Riggleman's Cincinnati Reds. Scott Schebler, who led off in last night's game but was in center field, is in right field this afternoon with Tucker Barnhart, the switch-hitting catcher, to follow. And Barnhart 6 for 15 lifetime against Nova. Then it's Joey Votto and Scooter Gennett. Eugenio Suarez is the third baseman. Jesse Winker is in left. Jose Peraza at short. And with Billy Hamilton in the lineup, Riggleman moves the pitcher Castillo into the 8-hole, and Billy Hamilton returns to the lineup in center.
And there's Ivan Nova's numbers so far on the season. Got off to a tricky start, but after the DL, a little bit of rest, came back, pitched very well, looked much more like himself, very efficient, threw a lot of strikes. Hopefully that's what we'll see from Ivan this afternoon.
His last start before going on the disabled list was against these Reds, and he gave up 4 earned runs and 5 1/3 innings on 7 hits. We'll check out the Honda defense behind Ivan Nova. Starling Marte in center field. Corey Dickerson is in left, and Austin Meadows in this 4-man outfield rotation takes over in right with the Gregory Polanco off today. Moran, Mercer, Harrison, Bell around the infield, third to first, and you saw Elias Diaz catches Nova this afternoon, which means Francisco Cervelli will be in there tomorrow and Monday night. Back-to-back games as we're underway with Schebler, who went 1 for 5 last night, takes ball 1. There is Francisco Cervelli watching the action. And weakly hit to the right side. Harrison on the move, high throw, but the big man Bell reaches up to get it to retire Schebler.
Jay, way to open things up. Nice play at pretty good range going up the middle on that ball. Off the bat, looked like it was through. Schebler trying to look up the scoreboard. He wants to see that again. I'm sure he thought he had himself a hit. Out by a step. You know, after watching that replay, one of the reasons it wasn't a hit is that ball lost a lot of pace as it was bouncing up through the middle.
Hey, look at this. Bouncing right into the glove of Nova. Tucker Barnhart is the second out.
Ivan has always been a very good defender. Snatches that one out of the air.
Now Joey Votto will be coming up. Check out Mike Malinsky calling the balls and strikes. Tim Timmons at first, Rob Drake at second, and Mike Winters, the crew chief, at third. Didn't want to, but did. Joey Votto has had some really, look at this season for Votto. Batting average of .303. He's up there in terms of on base percentage, second in walks, which helps. But the Pirates have, for the most part, kept him in check, including a 1 for 4 performance last night with a walk. He did have a key double off the fence in the 3rd inning. Starling Marte made a great play on it after it hit that fence. Chad Kuhl, the middleman of that group you see. Trevor Williams, the bearded one, and then Kuhl and Tyone. And it was Kuhl who went 6, gave up 2 runs, just 1 earned on 6 hits. He walked Votto in the 1st inning at bat, though didn't get what should have been a strike 3 called. And gave up the double and the ground out. And it's 2-2 on Votto.
Might have worked out for the best, though, because that brought Chet into the game early. That,
his alter ego.
Ball 4 call.
It's kind of like the Incredible Hulk. Something sets him off, he becomes the Hulk. Was it Banner? What's the Bruce Banner?
I don't think it was Bruce.
And
so it could have been, I guess.
Chad is Bruce, right? Chad Kuhl is Bruce Banner, and Chet is the Hulk.
This Banner's name is Bruce.
Bruce Banner.
Okay.
You don't believe that?
I don't know. It just doesn't sound right. I know Batman is Bruce Wayne.
Yeah. Well, why does that sound right?
I would have just thought they would have picked a different name. I mean, Bruce was already taken by
Isn't
Batman.
one DC Comics and the other Marvel?
Now that I really don't know.
Oh. Well, now back to the action. 3-2. Joey Votto, who at times is Superman at the plate.
Clark. That's Clark.
Clark Kent?
Yeah. I know him. That one I'm sure of. Well, timeout.
Clark calls time, wants to go into a phone booth. Change. So it's 3-2 on Votto. 48 walks, second in the league. And he takes the 7th pitch outside, and that is the 12th walk allowed by Nova in his 67+ innings.
Sounds silly, but that's almost a lot of walks for Nova.
Yeah.
Different standard for Ivan when it comes to throwing strikes.
Still up there among the control artists in baseball. In fact, over the last 2 seasons, only Clayton Kershaw has a lower walks per 9 innings ratio than Nova among National Leaguers. Going the other way, and Dickerson will retire Scooter Gennett. Half inning, the Reds do not score. Here come the Buccos. Second, last 4 games for Starling Marte, 6 for 16. Colin Moran, productive night last night, hits cleanup. Then it's Corey Dickerson and Josh Bell. Elias Diaz catches. Jordy Mercer of On Nova. Pirates starting 9. Luis Castillo on the hill for Cincinnati. And ball 1 to Jay Hay.
There's Castillo's numbers on the season. He's a stuff guy, throws very hard. Nobody much hits his slider. League batting average off of that baby is 143.
How about Josh Harrison, 0 for 11 in his career against Luis Castillo. He really has trouble against him. Lines it toward left. And a diving try, but a trap. And Harrison has a base hit. As Jesse Winker, a diving effort. Jay Hay's first hit in a dozen at-bats now against Castillo.
Oh, this could have just bounced a little higher. And that's triple. Maybe even an inside the park home run. You know, that ball came off the grass. It got all the way up against the thumb of that glove. It didn't have to get that much higher on the hop. Doing some research on Bruce Banner.
You were doing something.
Yeah, just now.
Yeah. Toward left. Winker again. Long run. Gonna drop fair. Harrison heads to third. Meadows to second. Give him a double and give the Pirates an opportunity to take an early lead.
And Meadows able to go down that foul line. He's done that quite a few times this year. You know, as they start putting together more and more information on him, it probably move those left fielders over there to take that left field line away from him.
Jay Hay watching Winker. Motors to third.
You can see the view, the angle that Jay Hay had. Same as that camera. You could tell that that ball was not going to be caught. So he's very aggressive going all the way past second base.
What an opportunity here with the infield back. Marte, sacrifice fly last night, hit it to right field. And going the other way with authority recently, and he takes that fastball. Called a strike. Marte probably thought that was in off the plate. And it was. And the block by Tucker Barnhart, who won a Gold Glove last year. Harrison the base hit to left. Meadows the double the other way. Marte with 31 runs batted in on the year. Two and one. A job again by Austin Meadows, his 21st big league start, 6 doubles. Broken bat, that'll do it.
That's fine.
It's 1-0 RBI and Meadows to third.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that at all. You get the run in, you move the runner over. I mean, that's good, smart hitting. That's strategic hitting. Commit to the right side. Two good things are going to happen.
Marte picks up the ribby. And a 1-0 Pirates lead. Now the infield will come in with Meadows at third and Colin Moran at the plate. He had a sacrifice fly last night. And takes ball one. Moran also drew a walk, was 1 for 2 officially. And we've talked a lot about the fact that this quiet man has quietly crept up in so many categories among National League rookies. Just very steady as she goes. Second in hitting among rookies. 4th in RBIs. 3rd in walks. 2nd in on base percentage. 5th in slugging. 3-0.
And one of the greatest spirits in the game right now.
Yep. I wonder what impact that beard will have on Rookie of the Year voting.
It'll be very positive.
And it's ball 4. So Redbeard reaches against Castillo, who looks for 2, with Corey Dickerson coming to the plate. We'll check out the Reds defensively. Saw the middlemen, as Castillo pointed to, Peraza and Jeanette. Eugenio Suarez, Joey Votto on the corners. Winker, Hamilton, Schebler in the outfield. There is Billy Hamilton catching. Did not start last night. Tucker Barnhart behind the dish. Ball one, that 96 mile per hour fastball. Bob talked about Castillo's velocity. And you see Dickerson on the year at 306, 0 for 3 last night, was hit by a pitch.
He's got strikeout stuff, and that's what he's thinking about, especially if he can get ahead. Getting that strikeout with runner at third. Barely got the inside corner.
Jay Hay, the base hit, scores the run.
Talk a little hitting, a little scouting report there. Jeff Branson nodding his head.
Dickerson pulls this one.
A little foul.
Deep, rattles around. Oh, nice play on the rebound.
Well, Dickerson will go into his hit the ball to left mode now.
Castillo has given up 15 homers, tied for the most in the National League with his teammate Homer Bailey, who's on the disabled list. Allegheny Health Network Supermo look at the grimace there by Dickerson, hoping to keep it fair.
He will dunk one in the left field here for a base hit.
He has just 3 hits in his last 22 at bats. And again, pulls it foul.
Keep throwing him off speed stuff. They're going to give him a fastball away. He's going to punch it out in the left.
The Barrel Automotive League leaders stat the pitchers in the National League who've allowed the most home runs per 9. Mentioned Castillo. There's Julio Teheran of the Braves, Chase Anderson of the Brewers, 1, 2, 3, Sal Romano, the Reds.
Well, Winker is so deep in left field.
Sure is. Against a lefty hitter like this.
Get a fastball outside half of the plate. There is going to be, I mean, there's an acre of land out in left field to land that ball in front of him. That's the deepest by far of the fence's left field. I mean, look how far Winker is. We had a left-hand hitter in there too. Make him pay. Parachute drop.
Down on strikes.
Well, Castillo really had good command. I mean, look at this, the strikes there, where they all were.
Able to strike out Corey Dickerson.
He was trying to prevent him from getting that ball out there where he likes it. Look at the, everything's clustered along that inside corner. Every pitch, off-speed pitches, fastball.
Dickerson, the third toughest man to strike out in the National League, goes down, and now Josh Bell, 1 for 3 last night.
And when you combine Castillo's stuff with location like he had against Dickerson, he's going to strike out a lot of people. He is really liking that side of the plate right now. First pitch to Bell. They're going to go back in there again. Huh. He is not making his catcher have to move that glove much at all. The Gold Glove.
This one away, fouled back. Reaches out and rolls it to third. Suarez goes out. Bell, and the Pirates settle for 1. And after 1, that's the score, 1-zip.
Pirates played host to the pitch, hit, and run team championships, and some of the winners were actually honored on the field prior to the first pitch. Boys and girls from the ages of 7 to 14 taking part. Players can earn their way to local and sectional tournaments, where the top scorers nationally could possibly earn them an all-expense-paid trip to the All-Star Game to compete in the finals. So we've got kids playing at the STEM new playground, if you will, in the right field corner, presented by Chevron. We've got the pitch, hit, and run team championships going on the field before the game. We're wearing Hawaiian shirts. It's a busy time.
Got it all.
Yeah.
You had the block party, the Margaritaville.
Oh, yeah.
Block party before the game on Federal Street. Nor was I. Guys, we could have crashed it, but
I was there.
decided. Oh, were you?
Yeah,
tell us all about it.
Great.
Tell us what was most impressive
they had all
about
kinds of the actual margarita bar was my favorite part of the whole thing.
Surprised
I'm surprised you didn't come down.
I'm surprised we didn't actually catch that and have that recorded somewhere. Cameras are everywhere. Doesn't matter. You don't have to tell anybody. Cameras are everywhere. They're watching.
Yeah.
Two count on Suarez.
Next Sunday, I'll take you out there with me.
Thank you. Thanks, Bob.
Or Saturday. Next Saturday.
Okay. Thank you.
We'll do it Sunday too. We'll go tomorrow.
All right.
There'll be a kids' day out there tomorrow.
Still 2-2.
See, the reason that
Terry's got the Hawaiian shirt on. Look, he's looking for somebody to wave.
He's always looking for somebody.
Wave at the camera. He's looking for the best shot. What's the best shot? Over there.
Over there.
Right field. Got to get over there. Over here. There you go. Look at him.
Oh, you found it.
He's got some. There we go. There's a wave. Yep.
Let's go Bucks.
Cameraman extraordinaire, director. Oh man, Billy Hatcher can take a deep breath. Whoa.
Billy needs to get a little deeper.
Oh.
They were hooking right at him.
Now this time the other way out of play.
Oh, you know, I looked up some interesting facts about the Hulk.
All right.
And it does have something to do with the Reds game.
All right. First of all, is it Bruce Banner? Because you questioned that. Is it Bruce Banner, the Hulk?
Bruce is his middle name, and he goes by Bruce.
I said, is it Bruce Banner? Because you questioned it.
Bruce is his middle name.
Okay. You won't admit that Bruce is the name he goes by. By the way,
Bruce is the name he goes by.
All right.
I admit that.
Yep.
But he was born in Dayton, Ohio.
Oh.
So he's a Reds fan, even though he's green. I thought that was kind of odd.
I did not know he was a Reds fan. That drilled to left, hooking toward the pole and out of play. By the way, Suarez is Hulk-like, a .381 career hitter against Nova, 8 for 21.
It's very Hulkish.
Allegheny Health Network Supermo look. Off the hands, rattles around and almost got the rebound. His buddy did. Another foul. Look at this cluster. Suarez, Winker, Peraza. Suarez making it very difficult on Ivan Nova here.
Get rid of the Hulk.
Wow.
11.
Man. Oh, somebody made a fabulous catch, front row of the club level.
Oh, he's got a standing O.
Yeah. So still 3-2 on Suarez. Nova shaking off, now nodding. And deep toward left center field. Dickerson back, and it is gone. What an at bat for Suarez, his 13th home run. It gives him 50 runs batted in on the year. 2 behind the Rockies' Trevor Story for the league lead.
He hulked up on that one. You know, I was listening the other day on the road trip to an interview that Jay had it right down the middle. That's what got it over with. But he was talking about long at bats and how much the chances of getting a hit swings in your favor with every foul ball. Now, I don't know if that's true, but as far as confidence in Jay Hay's mind, it is. And I'm betting it's like that with all hitters, that the longer the at bat goes, the more pitches they're seeing fouling off. They're like, at one point they're saying to themselves, you don't have anything for me. That I'm just going to wait until you make a mistake. I was always uncomfortable with at bats like that, throwing, and now I know why.
It does make a ton of sense.
Yeah.
And now, since they give Winker the entire left side of the infield, he takes advantage and gets a bunt single.
Looks like Nova had that. I thought he was going to throw him out. He breaks quickly to the ball and got to it.
Couldn't get his hand on it.
Yeah.
Good grip.
The pitchers normally have one of the biggest gloves on the field. Sometimes it maybe just gets lost in there for a moment.
Jose Peraza takes ball one. He had a couple of hits in last night's ball game. He's also walked intentionally. So pretty quick first inning for Nova against these Reds, although Votto a 7-pitch at bat, and the 12-pitch at bat to Suarez resulted in a home run. This pop-up should result in an out. Harrison going to call off Bell. And one down. He makes the play in foul territory. Now the pitcher, Luis Castillo.
Four hits.
One sacrifice bunt. Figure he'll be bunting, and now he does square.
You would think he would be bunting, but nowadays, who knows?
Yeah. Nova facing his mound opponent, then Billy Hamilton on deck. Diaz wanted to throw down that way. 1 ball, 1 strike as Castillo took that pitch from Nova.
Is always looking to throw.
Likes to show off that great arm.
Think about once a game he'll try and throw behind somebody at a base.
A foul tip. So it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. We'll see if Jim Riggleman keeps the bunt on. Yeah, Castillo with 4 hits and 24 at bats. Not bunting, and a strikeout. First K for Nova.
And once he got to 2 strikes, Nova said, enough of this. We're going to just throw a breaking ball, get it over with. Didn't matter if he was going to bunt or not.
Here's Hamilton batting 9th. Pinch ran in last night's ball game. He was the base runner at second after he swiped the bag with Joey Votto at the plate. And Felipe struck out Votto looking to end the ball game. Colin Moran in on the grass against the speedster. He's batting just 190 so far this season. And not playing every day. They've got a bit of an outfield rotation themselves, as we noticed last night. Hamilton sat, and this afternoon Adam Duvall gets the day off. Hamilton is 3 for 18 this season against Pirates pitching. That's a 167 average. Still a 292 career hitter versus Pittsburgh. And in the dirt will allow Winker to reach second base. So Castillo couldn't do it. He struck out. The wild pitch does it for him.
Curveball went to the back foot. Actually, that one almost hit him in the front foot. Trying to get the strike 3 swing.
And Hamilton strikes out a bunch this season. Foul that one off. 70 strikeouts this year for Billy Hamilton. That's in the top 10 in the National League. See the career numbers. With Winker at second. He had the bunt hit after the Suarez homer tied it. And another strikeout for Hamilton. Back-to-back for Nova. Gives up the homer. It's 1-1. We check out our AT&T Achieving More, and for Elias Diaz, really good work as the backup to Francisco Cervelli. He had a pinch hit single that led to the rally. Pirates erased the deficit, went on to win the ball game. Little 4-game hitting streak for Elias Diaz. His 21st start behind the plate.
You know, it's not easy to always find a quality catcher. Teams are always looking for that position. The Pirates very fortunate to have two of them. Diaz will probably be a starter on a lot of teams. Cervelli maybe gonna make a trip to the All-Star game, getting a lot of votes.
Deservedly so. Two and two. Jacob Stallings is also on the roster as the third catcher. Came up after Cervelli was pulled from that game on Sunday. The Pirates weren't sure whether they were going to have to put him on the DL, but they didn't want him to play. And so they brought up Stallings. And for that stretch on the road, it was all Elias Diaz. The 27-year-old from Maracaibo, Venezuela, Elias Diaz. Injuries slowed his climb through the minor leagues considerably. In fact, he might have arrived in Pittsburgh sooner as this ball hit toward the right field line. Ball carry. Oh, what a heck of a catch by Schebler in right. Scott Schebler tracking it down.
Very nice as this ball's slicing away from him. Never took his eye off it. Nice little catch.
Schebler made an outstanding grab of a Polanco drive in center field last night.
Went right on up the wall. Spider-Man.
Peter Parker. So we didn't finish or did you finish your Bruce Banner research?
Other than his full name is Robert Bruce Banner.
Which is meaningless. It's not.
It is.
No.
Yeah, well, it did the fact that he's a Reds fan.
Yeah, but what's that to do with his first name?
Dayton. I already said you were right.
No, you never said that. You never
it.
said that. That's what we were looking for, Your Honor.
You're right. He goes by Bruce. Except when he's mad. You know, the first time he became the Hulk? Remember that?
I don't know that, no.
Just when Fisk hit that ball off the foul pole in the World Series.
Yeah.
Didn't that send it to Game 7?
The Green Monster.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Reds,
that's very clever. Yeah, that's good. That's really good.
All I do is I read. I got the computer right here in my hand. I read all that stuff. It all comes together.
Yeah. Three and two on Mercer. Jordy Mercer 1 for 3 in last night's game. 5-game hitting streak now going.
Yeah, he had a nice little road trip. It could have even been better, but he hit some tough luck there for a while. Line drive outs. My favorite play of the road trip was when we were down by 8. He turned a single into a double.
Yep. Ivan Nova on deck. Ball 4, and that's good because Nova has been anemic at the plate. So at least he could try and bunt the runner, be productive. Tomorrow, of course, Father's Day, and we invite you to come on out here to PNC Park. Pirates Reds play at 1:35. Kids and dads both get batting practice caps, replica batting practice caps, thanks to Kennywood. And don't forget the family fun zone out on Federal Street before the game. After the game, kids and dads run the bases on the field here at PNC Park. Go to pirates.com/kidsdays for tickets. And it is bunted by Nova, and he will get the job done.
Barnhart really came out from behind the plate. Thought for a moment he might try and go to second base with that ball. No chance, though.
Barnhart throws to first.
You know those helmets like that make the catchers look like superheroes. Huh?
Yeah. Iron Man.
Some kind of they come up with a catcher superhero name besides Iron Man. That one's already taken. I know you can come up with something. Just for the guys that wear that type of mask.
You can't use one that's already taken, though.
No, you can't. You can't use Iron Man.
Okay.
Wow, that's creative.
Well, we just got done talking about Hulk, Superman, Batman.
No, it's got to be
Iron
a
Man,
new
no.
name, a new name, a new superhero.
Do you know Iron Man's real name, by the way? Without looking?
Tony something, isn't it? Tony, is it Tony? Tony Stark. Yeah, that's it.
A little help from that AT&T Sportsnet truck.
I got the Tony part on my own.
Yeah.
I did get that. My staff.
Yep. Always hard at work.
Got my minions.
Two and one on Jay Hay. Look at this. He's got to be Iron Man today.
Yep.
Joe Block solo on the radio broadcast as Steve Blass is back down in Bradenton, Florida. And
Dorn reading something up there. Engineer.
Steve is away with Bruce Keeson, the late Bruce Keeson, the memorial down in Bradenton, Florida. Steve participating in that. Pop up. And the out recorded in shallow right by Scooter Jeanette. So we played two. It's a 1-1 ball game.
Not only on what's happening here in Pittsburgh, but also at the University of North Carolina, who opened the College World Series this afternoon against Oregon State. I guess I should say that Jacob Stallings is also keeping an eye on it as well. Both men played together for the Tar Heels in 2011 and 2012. And Colin would advance to the semifinals the next year before losing to UCLA. I should mention that yesterday's starter for the Reds, Matt Harvey, also played with Stallings at North Carolina. If I'm correct, guys, I think as we look at Stallings, I think Colin Moran played against Garrett Cole and UCLA and beat them in one of the rounds of the College World Series just a few years ago.
That's a fun time for these players who have been involved in the College World Series. Here's a quick one pitch out. Shebler. Jordy Mercer, of course, pays a lot of attention to his Cowboys, Oklahoma State. We had a fun visit yesterday from Pirates #1 pick Travis Swaggerty, University of South Alabama. And is Dan still on with us?
Hello, Bruce speaking.
Yes, Bruce. What's your name? Bob. Bob has his staff. Dan was telling us that not only David Freese, John Lieber, Turner Ward were University of South Alabama products, former Pirates, but somebody else, right?
That's correct. There have been 4 players selected in the first round out of the University of South Alabama. The last one coming in 1990, right-handed pitcher by the name of Mike Zimmer, selected by our Pittsburgh Pirates, 27th overall in the first round. Never made it to the big leagues, but advanced to AAA before trying to advance his career with the then Florida Marlins. But kind of cool that they had not had a first-round pick until Travis Swaggerty, or Swaggy T. Before that,
Mike Zimmerman, yeah.
Mike Zimmerman, kind of cool.
Really cool.
You remember him from Buffalo, right?
Remember him, and I imagine, well, had to spend a little spring training, a couple of years with the Pirates. This ball's popped up. Barnhart retired, but I remember he had great stuff, and so much was expected of Mike Zimmerman. And as Dan said, he ended up heading to the Florida Marlins, but never did really pan out and reach expectations. I think injuries played a role. I guess the lesson, Bob, as always, is just because you're a first-round pick, it guarantees you nothing.
No, it gives you a little bit of a boost up, as far as, how long of a look you're going to get. You're going to get pushed a little bit through the minor leagues, but when it comes right down to it, you're going to have a long career in the big leagues, maybe. But so's the guy that was drafted in the 10th round. You got to go at this level. It's all about performance.
Joey Votto, maybe 3 fly ball outs. Quickly for Ivan Nova. Austin Meadows, first-round pick coming up. Hawaiian shirts to the first 20,000 fans entering the ballpark. Excited about that. We have our Hawaiian shirts on and our Point Park University tweet. How about this from Paul Nickel? Bob Walk's old Hawaiian shirt. Now that would be cool to get your hands on one of those.
That would be extremely,
I would pay a lot of money.
Extremely rare to find something like that anymore. They don't make them very long.
That would be cool.
But that's a Hawaiian shirt right there.
Thanks for that tweet. And here's number 17 now for the Pirates, Austin Meadows. Wait a second, Zach. Look at this. He's got the Hawaiian Islanders jersey.
I don't know where Zach found it, but I'm not sure he got the right
number. Obviously,
there,
that tweet told us he didn't get the right. But that's okay.
The Hawaii Islander shirt.
That's pretty cool.
I walked in the booth this morning. I looked at him. And I was like, "Where did you find something like that?"
The length people will go to just vicariously live through what Bob Walk, even by purchasing a $550 old Hawaiian Islanders jersey.
Zach. You're looking good, buddy.
No,
I'm going to buy that off you here when we leave.
Toward left, and a line out. Meadows had a double that way in the first.
You know, I think I have the hat that goes with that shirt. I might bring it down and give it to Zach. Let's see if I can find it.
We're calling it Minion Loyalty. Hashtag Minion Loyalty. And actually, you had somebody gaga today in the booth who I think she would have bought every Hawaiian Islanders shirt, Richmond Braves, Atlanta Braves, all the other, Batavia, wherever the heck you played. Who was that? Biggest, the Bob Walk fan club president.
It was Cindy Garvey. Cindy Garver.
Cindy Garver.
And guess what her husband's name was? It's right here.
Oh.
Bruce.
Oh my gosh.
He's a superhero.
It all fits. Like a tangled web, it all fits.
Bruce and Cindy came in, and Cindy is a fan of mine.
You think? What gave it away?
Took a picture.
What gave it away that she's a fan of yours, you think?
She didn't even know you were here.
Fly ball to right. 2 down.
Another one of my teams.
That freedom ring.
Yeah.
They also got a Bob Walk jersey.
Played for those guys on Wednesday nights.
Well, she really did. Cindy was. I mean, she talked about how you're the best, which we agree with, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
And she talked about how funny it was that you fell off your chair. She thought that was the greatest.
I was going to recreate it, but then
you saw me, and I messed it up. I was in the chair. Colin Moran checks his swing. You might have heard Mike Malinsky, the home plate umpire, yell to Mike Winters, "What do you got?"
he had a no swing.
Colin Moran fan.
So many fan, fishing fan.
Moran walked in the first against Castillo. He's hitting .345 here at PNC Park this year, by the way. That's the 4th highest average among all National League players at home. Not just rookies.
Not a hitter's ballpark either. Just a fair ballpark. Didn't really lean much one way or the other. Shouldn't anyway.
Buster Posey hits .356 at AT&T in San Francisco. Nolan Arenado at Coors hits .351. Brandon Belt .350 at AT&T. And Colin Moran, who loves it here at PNC Park, drives one to center field and clear the deck. Cannonball coming. Colin Moran, it's his 6th. And the Pirates take a 2-1 lead as Billy Hamilton went way up there.
Well, the long ball is definitely something that we're looking for from Moran. As he gains playing time, gets used to being out there every day, learning the league. You like to get a little power from that corner position in the infield.
What do we say about him liking it here at PNC Park?
Yeah, he likes it a lot.
Should say so. Now look at Hamilton go up.
Pushes.
Yeah. Number 6 for Moran. And now Dickerson drives one toward right center field. And Corey Dickerson off the wall in right center. A double following the homer.
That would have been 6 for Corey also if he would have had just a couple more feet on it.
Allegheny Health Network Supermo look.
Didn't try to slap that one to left. Went down, got it, drove it hard off almost the top of the paddock. Hamilton a little miscue out there. Almost gave Dickerson an extra 90 feet.
17 doubles for him. Colin Moran's home run, giving Pittsburgh a 2-1 lead. Josh Bell bounced out to end the first, grounded to Suarez at third. The 16th home run allowed by Castillo, most in the National League now. Should be easy for Hamilton. That's some 2-out action. Colin Moran, a solo homer. Back here at PNC Park before the game, a Margaritaville block party, and let's go on old school. And Jimmy Buffett was here at PNC Park. Colin Moran gives the Pirates the lead. And Scooter Gennett takes ball 1. Fly to left in the first. A piece of somebody. Diaz.
Oh,
Jeanette
I think he might have
apologizing.
got something in his eye. Yeah, that dirt came right up, got him in the eye. Right there, pow.
Now, what superhero throws dirt in the eyes?
Can get dirt in the eye. You know, that's what I was thinking about the whole time.
No, I'm sure.
Looking at the shape of the helmet.
More like a transformer.
Yeah, it does look like a transformer.
Maybe you want to tweet us what you think, but you can't use a current superhero, so throw that out. Somehow Scooter Gennett played like the Invisible Man to get out of the way of that pitch. Hashtag Bucks Booth. Although he has been Hulk-like himself. Going back to last season, being picked up off waivers from the Brewers. Talked to him briefly before the game because it's been an amazing story.
Yeah, it is. I
said, don't you think it's an amazing story? He goes, well, he's very humble about it. He goes, but not really, not to me. He basically said he's right. He said he's basically getting a chance to play. He didn't have that chance in Milwaukee to play every day.
That's what everybody, you know, likes. Well, they all believe about themselves. Everybody does. That, you know, given the opportunity, you can go out and you can show what you can do. But it doesn't happen very often.
No, that's right. There's one thing to say it, but to get the chance to play every day, he has put up the numbers. Again, going back to last season, 27 homers, 97 RBIs last year.
He was never allowed to face lefties at all.
Nope. A pop up, and is going to drop in for a hit. A leadoff single for Gennett here in the fourth. Well, Nova had a quick 1-2-3 third inning. That followed his lengthy second inning, which began a 12-pitch at bat. Eugenio Suarez, who steps to the plate now, homered on the 12th pitch for his 13th homer, giving him 50 runs batted in. And now 9 hits in 22 career at bats against Nova. This is not a good matchup. Line to center, Marte. One out. Hard out. And it brings up Jesse Winker. Jesse Winker had a bunt single in the second. Snapped an 0 for 13 hitless string. Winker had 6 at bats last year against Nova, had 3 hits, 2 of them homers.
And that's another thing. I think we talked about this yesterday, at least for me, to figure out about Winker. I mean, here's a big guy, and you look at the at his stat sheet. He's got 3 home runs all year and almost 200 at bats. And he plays his home games in one of the best home run ballparks around. And when we saw him last year, as you've pointed out, he looked like he was going to be a pretty good power hitter when he first came up. So he's been a little bit of a disappointment to the Reds in that regard. He's still not even to the halfway point yet, but
Nova Falls behind him 2-0.
3 home runs, not very many.
After hitting 7 in 121 at bats last year, this former first-round supplemental pick out of a high school in Orlando.
Kind of believe they were probably looking for about 20 out of him this year.
And now it's 3 balls and no strikes. With Jose Peraza on deck. Jesse Winker fans. Well, that's probably family from Niagara Falls. He said he's going to have a couple dozen of them here today. That's where he's from originally.
Pretty good seats. Just behind the Reds batting circle, on deck circle.
His family moved to Orlando when he was a youngster, basically to get out of the cold, but he still does have extended family from the Niagara Falls, New York area. So they'd be down here for this ball game. He remains a huge Buffalo Bills fan. Runner goes. Line toward left. Dickerson. A couple of lineouts after the bloop single by Jeanette. We invite you to cheer on the Buccos on a Zambelli Fireworks show next Friday following the game against the Diamondbacks. 7:05 first pitch. After the game, a post-game Zambelli Fireworks show. For tickets, go to pirates.com/fireworks. Part of this 10-game homestand. The Brewers are in starting on Monday night for 3. Then a 4-gamer with the D-backs, including that fireworks night on Friday.
Oh, he stopped that ball. Still will go as a wild pitch. Somehow Diaz kept this one off the stones.
Now they'll walk him intentionally now to get to the pitcher. The point by brings up Luis Castillo.
I never understand this pitcher hitting 8 stuff.
Tap toward first. Oh, brother. How many times Nova is going to cost himself with his fielding? It goes as an E1, though Bell certainly could have taken the ball out of his glove and lobbed it to Nova. Why he did the glove to glove, he probably thinks better of it now, but still.
Absolutely no excuse, Greg. I mean, you got all day. There's a pitcher running. He's just kind of jogging down the line, and that's something that we've seen happen before over there. And Nova's just not good at that, covering the bag.
During his time before he was officially placed on the disabled list, he spent a couple hours one day. He was so furious with himself, and he said that he's never been this bad. So he considered himself a really good fielder, but at least for this year, it's been less than stellar. And it's been costly for him. And the Pirates, you know, they committed 3 errors last night. And remember the costly miscues, a 3-error game on Tuesday in Phoenix. That led to that 6-run first inning against Trevor Williams. And Williams himself committed an error in that first inning.
Well, hopefully we can get this last out. Hamilton having a very poor season with the bats. And it's probably the guy you'd want up there to try and escape a self-made bad situation with the bases loaded. I was reading somewhere a couple days ago that suggested that Hamilton quit switch hitting.
Which side would they suggest?
They didn't.
Oh.
It was real short, like paragraph, just said switch hitting. So a while ago I looked at his splits to answer that question to see what they're talking about. There's really not that much difference, at least not this year. I mean, he hadn't hit either side. So I'm not sure that would be the answer. He's hitting a little bit better as a lefty, but not enough to where it would make a big difference.
Career numbers, he's actually better by about
righty?
20 points, maybe. So it's not that.
As a lefty or right?
Yeah, as a lefty.
As a lefty.
But it's not dramatic.
Yeah.
Don Long.
Yeah, sometimes
you'll
see guys that are like 80, 90,
Yeah.
100 points difference, and you start thinking, well, maybe they should switch.
Tap to first, and it'll cost Nova only a handful more pitches, but no damage as he dropped the ball. 2-1 Pirates.
And may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Pittsburgh Pirates.
And we're back here. UPMC scoreboard. Pirates leading by a run. Heading to the bottom of the 4th. Trevor Williams will start on Sunday against these Reds, finishing up this series. He and his wife Jackie treating a couple dozen seminarians, St. Paul's Seminary, to the game today, and he said that they're going to plan on doing that for seminaries in western Pennsylvania, eastern Ohio, West Virginia throughout the summer. They're being treated again out there at Suite 20 by Trevor Williams and his wife Jackie. A nice gesture. St. Paul's Seminary off Noblestown Road. Hey, Trevor Williams, a devout Catholic, and Trevor Williams will be starting on Monday night against Jolice Chassin and the Brewers, as Elias Diaz drives one deep to left field. Clear the deck. Cannonball coming. That's number 5. And again, this catching tandem is something special.
And Diaz likes to hook him down there by that foul pole. And that's a good place to hit him, obviously. It's not quite as deep down there. A good chance of sneaking one over the fence. Big smile on his face. A high fastball. Castillo not really having his usual zip on it, though, just 93.
Five home runs for Elias Diaz now.
All above the belt. And he knew it. Right into that home run. Jogged way out on the grass immediately.
Pirates take a 3-1 lead. Moran solo homer in the 3rd, and now Diaz here leading off the 4th.
Catching brother looking on.
Mercer to Peraza. What does StatCast have? Good exit speed. Nice line drive. 370 feet. And back to talking to the pitching coach. No, is it that quick, Bob, that he says forget the home run? Now I got to go think about.
Looks like it to me.
Nova.
I mean,
that's pretty quick.
Ray's talking curveball, and that's not anything to do with his home run, so that has to be about Nova. Ray's like, okay, good, you hit a home run now.
Let's get to work.
Yeah. Hit one out of here.
Who?
Avon. Come on, you can do it. Look how big and strong he is.
He should be able to. Let's put it that way.
If he got into one, he could hit a home run.
He is hitless in his last 51 major league at bats.
He's due to hit a home run.
Yeah, he is.
Due. What was his string before 51?
I don't know. 30.
So he might be like 1 for 80.
Feeble. Two outs, and check out tomorrow's starters. Joe Musgrove for the Pirates against Anthony DeSclafani. The Nissan road ahead. Coverage begins at 1, the concluding game of this series. Couple of righties.
Big Joe.
And then the Brewers in for 3.
Really getting to like watching Joe's games, the way he uses all of his pitches, command he shows on everything.
One ball, one strike on Jay Hay. He's 1 for 2.
He really is kind of like watching somebody play one of those video games. And the way he chooses his pitches, sets guys up. the joystick or the thumb buttons, whatever it is they use nowadays, to put the ball where he wants to.
Yeah, we really didn't know what to expect from Musgrove. Having not seen much of him as mainly a reliever last year with the Astros. But boy, has he been impressive. He'll make his 5th start of the season tomorrow afternoon.
Hitting, fielding, pitching, running the bases.
All-around game, all-around baseball player.
Teammate.
Yep.
He's just doing it all.
Elias Diaz goes back to work with Nova, but first he wanted to give his battery mate another run with which to work. Through a little bit of a sim game today. Been on the disabled list since June the 7th. Discomfort in his right shoulder, but he progresses and might be activated as early as Monday. He thinks he's ready, as he talked to the media through his interpreter after the game. Mike Gonzalez. There is Richard Rodriguez. Elias Diaz, the home run. And now Scott Schebler. That's a 3rd time against Nova. He has bounced out and flied out. And it's a high fly ball toward right. Meadows off the top of that fence. A double for Schebler.
Well, that's really a tough one to play. You know, what do you do if you're Meadows? It really is still going to be a double no matter what. The danger is you get a crazy hop and this becomes a triple. And plus, what if the guy that hit it is actually running?
Yeah.
Then it also might be a triple.
You'd think
Meadows got very close to the fence. He wanted to try and make a catch. Thought maybe he could get up high enough on that fence, and then he couldn't.
Tucker Barnhart. That was a high fly ball. You can see by Meadows reacting. And as Bob said, what do you do? He did what exactly what he did.
Go to the fence.
Yeah, he played it well.
Now, if he knew for sure that I can't catch that ball, it's going to hit high on the fence or be a home run, then he needs to back off so he can try and get the rebound. But that's the difference playing here than a lot of other places. You've got to learn that right field wall, and he'll be learning about it.
Well, for a guy who hasn't played much there, he has done well. Here's Schebler, by the way, this high fly ball. If you're running hard, you figure you're at third base.
Yeah, you would have thought, but he trotted for at least half the way to second.
Two and one on Barnhart. So it's not an error. It's nothing that'll show up on the scoreboard or scorecard or anywhere else, but it'd be nice if Nova can strand that runner, because that is almost an automatic run if he's at third base and nobody out. A little pop up to Meadows. And well played.
Oh,
that was fun, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Meadows just threw a perfect strike to Colin Moran.
He was smiling. I think that was a little bit of a smile there. Just for practice, I'm going to throw this ball to third. And Colin is going to catch that.
Look at that.
Right there.
That's fun.
That would have been an easy tag.
Excellent. So he's still at second. And here's Votto. A walk, a fly out. Perfecta. A run on 4 hits. And Nova has walked 1. That was Votto in the first. Slaps it toward left. Second out. Schebler still at second base. Let's go back to the studio. Paul Alexander for a game break. All right, Paul, the Phillies hanging in there. They're 4 back in the East. The Brewers lead the Pirates division, the Central, by a 1.5 over the Cubs, 5 up on St. Louis. Pittsburgh 8 behind the first place Brewers, who will be coming to town on Monday night. So watching that with great interest. Here's Scooter Gennett the other way and slicing into the seats. Gennett, the Cincinnati native, 1 for 2. Second in the league in hitting, 4th in ribbies.
Maybe that was it. He just needed to go home. Place he's comfortable.
Maybe so. His parents moved down to get out of the cold weather when he was a youngster. They moved down to Bradenton. And he pops it up. And Josh Harrison, another Cincinnati native, will put it away. So Schebler stranded at second base. And the Pirates lead 3-1. rooting on your Pirates. All of us at AT&T Sports Network and the Pirates appreciate your support. Now Austin Meadows leads off. Doubled to left his first time up, lined out to left. His last at bat against Castillo. Lines this to left. Well, you could certainly understand people who are saying it's one thing to have a four-man outfield rotation, but it's really hard to sit this guy. Just so impressive.
I keep waiting for him to, hit some kind of a
bump in the road or something.
Block
or
something, where he maybe goes 0 for 12. I mean, it happens to all young guys. There's going to be some point that where, they have a half dozen games in a row where they just can't seem to, get the ball out there. And then you're always wanting to see, okay, how are they going to react when that happens? Well, he's preventing us from seeing that reaction because he's not letting off the accelerator very much.
It's his 25th game with the Pirates, his 21st start, and his 9th multi-hit game already. 21 starts.
And he warrants a pickoff throw. He's definitely a threat to pick up an extra base if you're not really paying attention to him.
Marte brought home Harrison in the first with a ground out. Jay Hay. One and two. Bullpen action. Austin Bryce.
Steals at 80 pitches. He's not going to go that much longer. Only has 20 to work with.
There goes Meadows. And bounce to short on the backhand. It's Peraza. Retires Marte. Meadows to second. In the third inning, Colin Moran hits his 6th home run of the season. Under 3.6 miles per hour. Estimated distance 409 feet. There's another shot, this time off the wall by Corey Dickerson. 106.9 miles per hour. Almost got it out of here. They went back to back in the third inning.
Dickerson just didn't get his high enough. Much of a line drive. Clear the wall.
Pokes that one foul.
It amazes me how Moran can get such a good swing on balls down and away. There's something about the mechanics of his swing allows him to reach that pitch.
It seems to me, knowing nothing, but it certainly is a incredible quickness because look at where he stands at the plate. The quiet, almost bat on the shoulder, and then bang. And look how far back his bat is right now.
How does he get to that ball? We're talking about a
look at that
tall man.
A line drive to center field. Hamilton back will track it down at the track. He's one of the best. Another line drive out recorded this time as Moran heads to the dugout and Meadows back to second, 2 away.
They're trying to go upstairs to him, and I don't think that's the word. where you want to pitch him, isn't it? He's proven that he can hit that pitch. And he almost proved it again. But I think that might have something to do with him being able to cover that ball down and away. That would make a pitcher and a catcher think, wait, and he's got a pretty good swing at that ball down and away. If we stand him up and go upstairs with a good fastball, he shouldn't be able to hit that. And then whack, he does.
And now Dickerson hits a fly ball to right. Schebler makes the catch. Boy, the ball is all over the place in this ball game through 5 innings, but it's just 3-1.
You're in and out in no time. Visit barrelservice.com to find a location near you. And by Allegheny Health Network, official medical provider of the Pittsburgh Pirates and fans like you. Let's go Bucks!
It's a 3-1 ball game. Pirates lead it on to the 6th inning. From beautiful PNC Park. 85 degrees game time temperature. There's a little breeze here in the air. This series against the Redlegs concluding tomorrow at 1:35 on Father's Day. Hopefully we'll be talking about an opportunity to sweep, but work to be done here in the middle game. 2-0 on Suarez. Eugenio Suarez homered to lead off the 2nd inning. Joe Musgrove tomorrow. And that's the Brewers in for 3. And then 4 with Arizona.
That'll be fun. A nice opportunity to get the Brewers in here. A chance to cut back into that lead a little bit. Pirates very rough spot for about a month now. Been losing series. They've been falling out of this race back to 8 games now. To get the Brewers in town, hopefully take this series against the Reds, and then maybe after that's over, maybe 5 games out. Now you're kind of getting back in touch.
Chip
again.
away, yeah.
Get back in touch. You don't want to fall, even though there's still so much time left to play. You get down double digits out of first place, and that's not easy to come back from. It can be done. People have done it, but it's not what you want to do. It's like
not ideal.
It's like going down by 4 or 5 runs in that first inning.
Yeah, less than ideal. Strikes out.
You can still win the game, but
you don't want to do it that way all the time.
Not all the time. This is what you want to do all the time.
Movement there on the Allegheny Health Network Supermo look. Striking out Suarez, 3rd K for Nova. I guess that first things first, Bob, you also would like to, and they can with a W, get back to that 500 mark. So that's kind of a first step. And start building on that. Those Brewers, by the way, still trailing 2-1 after 5 innings against the Phillies.
The big thing is the starting pitching is,
yeah.
You know, every game now we're starting to get some good starts, and that's the most meaningful of anything. You know, the numbers, they're just, you know, numbers, games behind, all that sort of thing.
Line to right.
What kind of starts are you getting? That's important.
Wow, look at that play by Meadows to hold Winker to a single, and that wasn't a line drive off the wall. It bounced. And he had a long way to go.
You know, and this is why you try to put yourself in a position to get a good rebound off that wall. Because if you can get a clean hop, now maybe you can hold somebody at first. And we were talking about that last inning when he made the decision to try and catch that high fly ball, and he got kind of pinned up against the fence. I mean, he's going to school on that wall every play he gets. Just learned something again right there.
And a pop up. Marte. Well, next Saturday, Pirates D-backs 1 week from today. Another 4:05 start, and the first 20,000 fans get a Sean Rodriguez walk-off bobblehead thanks to Central Blood Bank. Before the game, another Jim Beam block party out on Federal Street, which features live music, food trucks, plus the Candyman John Candelaria, former Pirate, going to be signing autographs. Go to pirates.com/bobbleheads for tickets. Next Saturday, 4:05. Sean Rod walk-off bobblehead. Dramatic walk-off win, his first game back after being reacquired last summer from Atlanta. Here's Adam Duvall to pinch hit for Castillo. Winker still at first. We'll see a new pitcher, David Hernandez or Austin Bryce.
Depends on what the score is. That's why they're warming up 2 guys.
Going back to Bob's point about starting to see a little bit of a starting pitching role going now, which you can take it back. Even though he didn't get 6 innings, Chad Kuhl threw too many pitches to stay in the ball game to the Pirates' liking, but when 5 1/3 got into the 6th inning at Wrigley Field a week ago yesterday, then Nick Kingham at Wrigley 1 week ago, 6 1/3. Nova got 2 outs into the 6th inning on Sunday at Wrigley, and Musgrove went 6+ in Phoenix. Trevor Williams had the rough start. He lasted only 3 innings Tuesday, but Jamison Tyone 7 innings Wednesday afternoon, and Chad Kuhl 6 innings last night. Double barrel action. Edgar Santana, the righty, the lefty is Stephen Brault for Pittsburgh. One more out to get for Nova to get 6 innings in. But he walks him. And now does Clint Hurdle go with the light hitting Billy Hamilton coming to the plate? Does he stay with Nova?
Looks like they're staying with it.
Nova's second walk.
Just 91 pitches so far. They don't have any qualms him going over 100 a little bit.
There is just something about that 6 inning mark these days. It just seems to be the established line.
It's the new 7.
Yeah, it is. 6 is the new 7, and 6 it is for Nova as he gets Hamilton to fly out. Bucks lead 3-1. Allegheny Health Network Supermo shots from today's game, and then the hugs for Nova indicating he's done for the day. He goes 6, and he leaves with a 3-1 lead.
A nice outing. 5 hits, just 1 run. And that was a home run by his kryptonite.
Austin Bryce gives up this base hit to Josh Bell, who's thinking double, and he will be there as both Peraza and Jeanette were off the bag, so he's in there with a double.
A fine play by Hamilton to cut that ball off and then get that throw in. Man, there's nobody to catch it. Both middle infielders run out into the outfield grass. There's standing there, and there.
Jeanette saying, somebody get to the bag.
Get the bag. Too late.
A heck of a play is right by Hamilton, but Josh Bell
running hard all the way, and good thing. Still needed a little bit of a trick slide coming in the back door. Well, Hamilton did just to make that close.
Yeah.
And if there would have been somebody waiting for that throw, instead of kind of catching it on the run, might have been able to get a tag on Bell. Tremendous play by Hamilton.
Bell's taking off for third, even though the ball was hit to the left side. He saw it in front of him, and he gets there with Diaz being thrown out by Peraza.
He read the speed of that ground ball. No, it wasn't hit very hard. Came off the end of the bat. Probably used the sound a little bit.
I mean, that's impressive so far from Bell here. What he's done on the bases. He's fun to watch. He goes all out.
Well, he was able to make that ball pass behind him. I mean, that's kind of a
rule of thumb.
Yeah, you know, I don't know if that's etched in stone, but if you can make the ground ball pass behind you, you got a pretty good chance of moving up to third. And who's going to throw you out?
And they will give Mercer the point by, and now David Freese will pinch hit. Freese pinch hitting for Nova.
Sweep to that slider.
Some numbers for Bryce. Spent some time on the disabled list. So the Pirates decide to go with Freese, not Polanco, the lefty hitter. Let's see if there's any history here. Polanco 1 for 2. Freese 0 for 1, so not much there. He's ready, but not called upon yet. And well done by David Freese. Sneaks it into right. And look at Mercer take off for third. He's there. A pinch hit RBI single for David Freese. Opens up a 4-1 lead in the 6th.
He didn't hit it all that hard, but hit it in the right location. And I think Jordy kind of doing a lot like Bell, you know, reading that ground ball, saying this was not hit all that hard. And just thinking right now, okay, I got to go to third base. That ball just rolling into the outfield. Nice turnaround second, beats the throw. He was looking to his right the whole time to see if Scooter was going to be able to get it. As soon as Scooter didn't catch it and it got to the outfield grass, Jordy at that point made the decision himself of going to third base.
Kind of back you were talking about with Bell, that he could read the speed of that ball.
Yeah, he knew it wasn't going to get out to in the outfield very quickly. And that's always worth a gamble with one out. If you think you got a, you know, better than 50-50 chance of making it, then especially when you got a lead. I mean, push the envelope a little bit.
Josh Harrison. Dylan Floro now up in the bullpen. One for 3. That single came leading off against Luis Castillo, who went 5, gave up 3 runs on 6 hits. And off the mitt, here comes Mercer. There's the throw, and what a play that was by Tucker Barnhart and Austin Bryce to get the out at the plate.
Boy, you almost never see that, do you? A catcher go to the backstop and turn and make the perfect throw to the plate, and then Bryce right there to make the tag. I got to believe Jordy broke late on this. He must have not have seen that ball go by right away because it wasn't bouncing. Almost a blind throw by Barnhart.
What a play that is.
Blind throw.
There's Mercer.
Oh yeah, there was a little hesitation. He even leaned back toward third for a moment.
A perfect strike, and Bryce is right there at the plate. 2 outs.
It's a good ball game.
Yeah,
a lot of
good plays.
Lot of stuff going on.
Yeah.
A lot of plays. Action.
So charge a wild pitch to Bryce. Freeze moving to second.
Maybe he went to second on Barnhart's throw to the plate.
Yeah.
Trying to think of a way not to give him a wild pitch after making such a good play. But there's no way.
That's exactly what's going through my mind.
It was a wild pitch.
Two and two. So the real question is this is a wild pitch or a pass ball, but
oh yeah,
that's a technicality.
That's almost always going to be called a wild pitch.
Driven to left. Back is Winker at the wall, and J-Hay goes deep. Number 4 for Cincinnati's own Josh Harrison. Takes a little sting out of that play at the plate, and the Pirates open up a 6-1 lead.
That makes a much better game out of it. J-Hay is so important to this offense in a lot of different ways, and that's one of them right there that, you know, he's not going to hit a whole ton of home runs, but he will sting one occasionally and give you a little instant offense.
(6-1) Allegheny Health Network. Look at it.
He knew it. Gave a little Sammy Soaps shuffle there, didn't he?
Yeah, little Sammy hop.
The double hop.
Well, Meadows drives one to center, and over is Hamilton. A lot of action going on in this ball game, and in the 6th inning, the Pirates score 3 runs, 2 on this home run from Josh Harrison as the bench reacts.
Is brought to you by the Chevy Silverado and your Western PA Chevy dealers. And by Levin's, the official furniture and mattress supplier to the Pittsburgh Pirates. For the best quality, service, and value, shop Levin's. Let's go Bucks!
Now a 6-1 ball game here in Pittsburgh. Josh Harrison's home run capped off the 3-run 6th. And Stephen Brault takes over here in the 7th inning for Nova, who went 6, gave up a run on 5 hits. And first pitch swinging, Schebler toward left for the out.
You like that? 1 pitch, 1 out, especially when you get a nice 5-run lead. Pound that strike zone.
That's 6 putouts for Dickerson. That is a lot.
It's like Brault's going with a beard, Greg. Full beard. Haven't noticed that till today.
Working on it.
Well, you know, you can't. Didn't happen overnight.
Well, he's been working on it for 3 weeks. Kidding.
Greg said that, not me.
I'll tell him. I'll tell him. He'll laugh. He'll laugh.
He shaved yesterday. What are you talking about?
Actually, we talked a couple weeks ago with Brault about his role, and we talked about superheroes earlier. Trying to think of a name for him, as he has kind of morphed into this super utility role as a reliever and a line out to center. A lot of action for the outfielders. Marte makes that play. That's his 4th putout. Actually, that's 5 putouts for him. 5 putouts for Marte, 6 for Dickerson. And this will be Josh Harrison.
7 pitches, I think.
How about that for Morphman? 6-1 Pirates lead heading to the bottom half of the 7th inning. We're going to keep it here for another one of those great traditions. We've been talking about the many traditions in baseball, including the 7th inning stretch, which goes way back, an opportunity for fans to stand up, enjoy, and sing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game." Those stories and our top plays debuting tonight after Pirates postgame. Here on AT&T Sportsnet, where the Pirates lead 6-1 going to the bottom of the 7th inning. The great one, number 21, Brandon Dixon, takes over now in right field for Schebler. And Dylan Floro, the new pitcher.
Floro. Opponent batting average almost 300. Well, that was a quick inning, wasn't it? It seemed like we were just hitting it, and that was with the 7th inning stretch.
Right. superhero-like. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. Iron Man and
You're
Spider-Man.
right. They do look like, catchers do look like Iron Man.
No, you can't use that. You've already stated that.
Steel Man.
It's already used.
Steel Man.
Now, what about the nickname for him? Hashtag Bucks Booth. All his different roles.
Yeah, I think you get a lot of suggestions with that.
What do you call Stephen Brolt? Of course, he has started earlier this season, and now he's kind of a short man, long man. Clint Hurdle talked early when he moved to the bullpen that he wasn't going to be used just as a situational left-hander. In other words, he wasn't going to bring him on just to face one or two lefties. However, Hurdle did say today that he had him up in the bullpen last night for that very idea, to maybe face a lefty or two in a situation. And Marte, frustrated, trots to first base as he was jammed. He's retired 6-3.
Yeah, just because you know, I can understand that. You don't want a guy to be labeled as that type of pitcher, but that doesn't mean that he can't be used like that, certainly in situations where it's called for. But Brault is turning out to be quite a Swiss Army knife out in that.
Hashtag Swiss Army knife. There you go. That's not really a superhero.
In that bullpen. I mean, he does a little of everything. You know, you could even, you know, you notice that when you flip those Swiss Army knives on their backs, there's even a couple of things on the backside that don't get used very much. Well, he could be a pinch hitter.
Yeah.
He could go play the outfield. He could do a lot of things for you. He is a utility pitcher / player. A little everything. Struck out for the first time in his career the other day. And did you see how frustrated he was as he walked up? Tell me
almost
that
broke his bat.
Tell him how tell me that didn't mean something to him, that he had that long streak of not ever striking out in the major leagues. Everything has to come to an end eventually, but he did not like that. Takes a lot of pride in his ability to put that ball in play, get some hits.
He's an athlete.
Oh, yeah.
Baseball player.
There's a few pitchers that wouldn't qualify for that, but not Brault.
Colin Moran is set down. Scooter Gennett makes that play. Moran homered in the third. Pirates have hit 3 home runs. 2 solo shots. Colin Moran, Elias Diaz, and then the 2-run homer by Josh Harrison in the bottom of the 6th. Trying to make it 3 in a row. Pirates. Corey Dickerson. .387 hitter this season against the Reds. Two outs in the 7th inning. The Phillies have opened up a 4-1 lead on Milwaukee at Miller Park in the 6th. Rhys Hoskins hit his 9th home run of the year for Philadelphia. Andrew Knapp hit his first. And line drive to right for Dickerson. He's headed to second. Dixon's throw not going to get him. Dickerson's second double of the game.
He had a chance to throw him out. That ball was in his glove just as Dickerson was hitting first base. Dickerson knew that he needed to run hard right from the very first to be able to make that a double. He took it easy at all going down to first base. He would have been able to make it. And had to throw the brakes on.
Josh Bell, a hustling double last inning to start the 6th, and scored on the freeze single.
Big play in the game. Starting things rolling in that 6th inning, or the Pirates could take a comfortable lead. Until last inning, you weren't really, you had the lead, but it wasn't one of those leads where you think you're going to coast now to the end of the game. You feel like that now that you've pushed this lead out to 6-1.
Diving stop, Votto from his knee. Perfect throw to lead Floro to the bag. Former Gold Glover Joey Votto. Head to the 8th. Pirates lead by 5. Pitch at least the 8th, and of course, if Clint Hurdle decides he wants him to pitch all 3, he could qualify and would for a save. Hashtag Bucks Booth, aka the Chameleon, changes into anything necessary to get the job done. Yeah, he does look like that might be the best.
Wow, I like that one.
The Broltonator. Do you like that one?
I like the Chameleon better because of the arms, the paint on the arms, and the way it's changing colors. Wow. What a great tweet. Is that what that was, a tweet?
Yes. The Chameleon.
The Chameleon. Look at that. It's starting to change before our eyes.
Yeah, the beard.
Yeah. Oh, it's just growing out today. Like tomorrow, it'll be full.
Yep. Now, the Chameleon doesn't sound great for a superhero, but
it's one of the second-tier superheroes, the Chameleon.
Tapper, and easy play. An excuse me check swing by Jeanette. Ball hits the bat, easy out.
Actually, it's kind of like an evil villain, maybe. The Chameleon.
Faces Suarez. Suarez homered in the second inning, 12 pitches against Ivan Nova.
I mean, we're still open to more suggestions.
Yep, hashtag Bucks Booth. Just because Bob likes Chameleon doesn't mean that's the winner. And it all depends what Brault likes.
I won't get to pick anyway. It's not up to me.
It's up to Brault. And the Sox, of course, Chameleon-like. I don't know why. Pittsburgh Sox. Here's another one. Bionic Man. Those tats look like DNA or genetic codes.
We have the technology.
Yeah.
We can make him better than no.
Well, it's interesting because
It's called
it does.
Tommy John surgery.
Yeah, well, you know, without the Tommy John, but bionic arm like in that when he went to the bullpen, you've talked about the uptick in velocity.
Yeah.
Of course, what about that look in terms of superhero Bumblebee?
The Bumblebee.
For Elias Diaz,
You know,
talking about the transformer.
when you mentioned the transformer, I've thought about that, and that is a good one. That you got the colors, the look, everything is there. The Bumblebee.
Yellow jacket. Wow, that's a good one.
He does have quite a sting in that bat.
Ooh. Wow, that's really good. My gosh.
How about Brault the Vault?
I'm sorry?
Brault the Vault. He locks the game away.
I still like Chameleon better than that.
Yes, it was.
You know what's going to happen though now? Like Yellow Jacket, whether it's Chameleon, these nicknames, hashtag Bucks Booth. These guys are going to start to like it.
How about Stinger?
Stinger.
For Diaz. Stinger.
People are going to start sending them superhero action figures, and you know that's what's going to happen. They're going to put them in their lockers. Billy Hatcher, not quite Robbie Ince-Mikowski like, but he does make the play. Allegheny Health
The
Network
juggling
Supermo.
catch.
The juggler. Billy Hatcher. Well, you really wondered what was going to happen to Nova after that home run that tied the game and an extended second inning, but he had a quick 1-2-3 third. He gave up the hit to Scooter Gennett in the fourth and 2 line drive outs. Uncorked a wild pitch, an intentional walk, and then remember the error. He dropped the ball. The Josh Bell glove play before retiring Billy Hamilton. Pitch at bat, and he doesn't get that call. He had strike 3, but didn't get it from the home plate umpire. And on the phone, Fred Hurdle calling the bat cave, and T. Graham 930, the Brolimate warrior.
Could have expected that.
Why would you expect that from that
From T.
particular
Graham?
tweet? Yeah. Do you know anything about T. Graham?
No. No idea who he is.
Sounds like a wrestling fan, doesn't it?
Could be, yeah.
Yeah.
Could be a little bit of a wrestling.
We've got a couple of wrestling, one in particular in the truck. Big wrestling fan.
Who would that be? Tyler Graham?
We call him T Money. I don't know what his last name is. Jesse Winker fouling it out of play. A couple of hits for him. And Edgar Santana. Two on Winker. Stephen Brault retired Gennett to start the inning, then walked Suarez, and on deck Jose Peraza.
Pull this right to Jay Hay. Come on.
the strikeout of Winker.
Saw the put down a 3. Knew it was going to be a slider, but I didn't know it was going to be that good. Wow. Watch the reaction here. Yep, that's a good one.
Yeah, you got me. The chameleon got him.
Yep. Oh. Walk back with a wink and a nod.
Oh. On your game, boy, I'll tell you. The punster. Nickname for Bob.
Whirlybird.
Backs up Peraza. Peraza flied out his last time up. A lot of action in the outfield this afternoon. In particular, left and center. Corey Dickerson and Starling Marte have combined for 11 putouts. Austin Meadows also has 1, but a lot of activity out there. Austin Meadows playing at right field wall, and right field in particular, exceptionally well.
You know, Meadows is the guy that of the rotation that has to learn everything.
Yeah.
I mean, he plays all 3 positions. The other 3 guys, when they get a day off or when they're playing, they know where they're at. Polanco's going to play right. Marte's going to play center. Dickerson's going to play left. Meadows moves all over the place. There's a lot for him to learn out there.
Look at this, another fly ball and another put out. 2 scoreless for Stephen Brault. 6-1 Bucks. Yeah, Bucks and Reds wrap up this 3-game series tomorrow. Big Joe Musgrove starts for the Pirates against Anthony DeSclafani. Coverage starts at 1. 3-game presented by WB Mason. Elias Diaz against Dylan Floro. Musgrove 2-1, 2.16 ERA. DeSclafani 1-1 ERA, 5.40. Just his 3rd start since coming off the DL for DeSclafani. Bouncer off the side of the mound. Retires Elias Diaz. Stephen Brolt looks like he is done for the day. And we check out our cricket attendance. Really good crowd this afternoon. 27,479 for game 2 of this 3-game series. 27,479 for a Saturday afternoon. Bucks and Reds. Hope to see you here tomorrow. 1:35. Father's Day. Mentioned early, replica batting practice caps given away to sons and dads tomorrow. As Mercer takes a strike. All kids 14 and younger and dads get a Pirates cap presented by Kennywood. I said sons and dads. Kids 14 and younger and dads. And of course, Kids Day tomorrow. Federal Street before the game. And kids and dads run the bases after the game. Mercer has walked a couple times. Second inning of relief for Dylan Floro. It's quite a look from Floro as he delivers. He sets up. Talked a lot about superheroes today. Interesting setups by pitchers. Yep.
I knew we'd find a shirt like that.
Yeah.
Camera guys are too good.
They are. Here we go. Look. Dun, 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 dun. And struck him out looking.
It's all about the setup there. You look in, and get your mind right. Mercer thought that was going to be a little low, I would imagine.
Look at that. Is that like you when you set up?
No, I don't
Not like
think
that?
so.
No.
Long time ago. I can't really remember.
How have you learned that in Hawaii?
I can't remember now. I'm trying to think. I stood there and looked at him. I really can't remember. And I hated having the ball in my hand. My hand was always empty, hanging on my side. That's about all I can remember. I don't know where the glove was. I know it wasn't up at my nose.
You know, come to think of it, you did do that, and not many pitchers do that these days, where the ball's in the glove and your hand was just dangling off to the
I
side.
had the ball in the glove.
Yeah.
And then. So. Well, wait a minute. I kind of.
Right.
Now that I didn't have to think about it, I think I held my glove.
I do. I think you did.
Up,
yeah.
Up like by, I don't know, right about here. I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have to go back to the archives, but I know I didn't have the glove. The ball was always in the glove. See? Yeah, he keeps them both in there together.
I'm trying to remember what you did in Hawaii. Yep,
Like that? Yeah.
Arm dangled. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the way it was.
Yeah. Who would have been your pitching coach in Hawaii? Zach demonstrates.
Chuck Hartenstein.
There you are, yeah.
You get your feet wrong though, Greg. Or Greg. Zach, turn.
I do.
Turn the other way.
He's used to correct. I mean, don't worry about Zach. Happens all the time.
Greg.
Just automatic
Zach.
reflex. Got it wrong. Got it wrong. And Gregory Polanco pops it up. And that'll do it. So we head to the 9th. 3 outs to get to make it 3 in a row. Lights, live radio broadcasts, stats, news, and more. Download MLB at Bat today. Six-1 ball game. We're just during the break, Bob figured out what this windup was like. Basically, just you wouldn't mind demonstrate really for the
no, we don't want to
for the audience. I mean, we got a chance to look at it. It was cool. I liked it.
All right, I couldn't figure it out until I had to stand up to see. I didn't hold my glove up like that. I just had it down the side like this, bare hand.
Right.
And then when I went to pitch, you just step backwards and pitch.
And then it did the toe tap. Yep. That a boy.
What are you doing, Zach?
Zach. Bob pitched at AAA Hawaii in the Pirates organization for a while. So on the day that the Hawaiian shirts are given away, Zach went and purchased that $550 authentic Bob Walk Hawaii Islanders
jersey. He had to
jersey.
have it custom made.
Yeah, I know.
You know that?
Cost him a lot of money, but that's what your minions do for you.
That's right. You better have donuts here tomorrow too when we get here.
Now trying to get some work in. Michael Felice is trying to get right. So Clint Hurdle sees an opportunity here with a 5-run lead.
I think this is a very important cog in the bullpen for the the rest of the year. You got to get him right.
Yep. Yeah.
When he was
important.
When he was working that 8th inning role and doing it very well, that was maybe a month where when we took a lead toward the end of the ball game, it was over. I mean, he's got the track record of all the strikeouts. I'm not saying he's the only guy that can do that, but when he was in that role, and that was part of the trade, was to get him, and knowing how good he could be, put him in that role. And so they definitely have to get him right.
Felipe figures to have a day off today, hopefully. Picked up his 13th save last night. And line toward left. And this is going to leave the yard for Brandon Dixon. A line drive home run, his first at bat of the day for Dixon. And he homers off of Michael Felice. And that is number 1 for Brandon Dixon.
A fastball up and in. Now, it wasn't a ball up and in, but it was that up and in square of the strike zone.
Brandon Dixon, it's his first career home run in the big leagues. Makes it 5-2. He'll 6-2. He'll never forget that.
Turned on a very above average fastball and hit it out of the park. And it wasn't like, you know, out over the plate belt high either. That ball was on the inside half the plate, up a little.
Hamilton fouls it off at the plate.
Yeah, most of the time you see a guy hit a ball like that, you're hoping roll fair, roll fair.
Yeah, in this case,
with Hamilton,
right.
You want to jump on it before it rolls fair. Keep it foul. Yeah. Any little swinging bunt could easily be a base hit for Hamilton.
Today he has struck out, bounced to first, and flied to left. And now he is going to start to loosen. Much prefer to give him a day off, but he strikes out. Hamilton looking.
Hamilton didn't like the call, but it was a strike. We saw it. Watch the location here. It's right there. Not a pitch you want to have to hit, but he made it with 2 strikes. Chose not to swing after it. Sometimes it's going to get called a strike.
Faces pinch hitter Kurt Casale. He bats for the pitcher, Dylan Floro. Let's see Casale in 7 games. Just 14 at bats, but 6 hits, including a home run. Michael Felice gives up a leadoff home run to Brandon Dixon. Strikes out Hamilton. Felice pitched on Tuesday. A 1-2-3 8th inning in a 13-8 loss in Phoenix. And the talk with Felice has been that splitter, which now is a part of his arsenal. And a strike 3 called after the home run. A couple of Ks.
Well, that's always been his calling card, the strikeouts. I don't like to see that long ball, but 2 strike 3s, encouraging.
So looking for 3 in a row. A little momentum going for this Pirates team as Tucker Barnhart takes the pitch in the dirt. He's 0 for 4. Ivan Nova in line to win his 4th. And it would be his 2nd straight win since coming off the DL. He went 6, gave up a run. And a nice crowd on hand of 27,500.
That may have been the splitter.
Two and 1. Up the middle. And a base hit for Barnhart. Brings up Joey Votto.
The last two fastballs didn't have a bunch of steam on them. The one that Barnhart swung and missed at was, I think, only 93, which nowadays is just, I mean, that's average velocity.
Well, he is one batter away from getting Felipe in the game, but of course he'd prefer to get this last out and finish this thing off. But if Votto reaches, we will see Clint Hurdle go to the closer. And a couple of strikes right there to Votto. So it's 0-2. Just got a piece of it. 97.
Plate.
Boy, look at the intense young Bucco fan into this one.
One more strike.
Wants to see his Pirates get another win, make it 3 straight. He is into this one. Almost.
Check it.
Just gets a piece. Fair ball. Raise the Jolly Roger. The Pirates have won 3 in a row. And a crowd of 27,479 see the Pirates defeat the Redlegs 6-2. 3 homers and good pitching. Ivan Nova gets the W.
Hey, really a great game today. There was all sorts of stuff going on, and when you can enjoy the game like this and come away with a W, and there's a lot of individual good things we could talk about. Nova, you know, for me is the big thing. This is all about starting pitching, getting this thing turned around, headed back in the direction that they were for the first month and a half of the season. Is about getting the pitching straightened out, getting it consistent. And you know, the hitting is going to have ups and downs. It always does, but that starting pitching will always see you through and keep those downs, you know, not quite so far down. You get a good effort by your starters. Every now and then you'll win a game 2-1 that, you know, you normally would chalk up in that loss column. So there it is, raised to the top.
So plenty of good things to talk about with Paul and Michael.
Yeah, no question about that. How about Ivan Nova? I didn't realize, well, I mean, I did because I read it, but he had lost 6 straight games to these Cincinnati Reds, snapping that streak, and he really pitched well today.
Yeah, big day, nice shirts, beautiful weather, tons of fans. Couldn't have a better day for a third in a row today for the Buccos. Love every minute of it.
Good pitching, added on runs, did it all, hit 3 home runs. One of those bombs hit by Josh Harrison. He's standing by right now with Dan Potash. Gentlemen.
All right, guys, thank you very much. The Buccos now winners of 3 straight, longest winning streak since early May, and it comes against a Cincinnati Red team that you know a little something about. Being from Cincinnati, you're hitting well over 350 this year against your hometown team. Tomorrow is Father's Day, but I'm going to ask you to be a kid for a second. Isn't that weird being so dominant against a team that you grew up watching?
I'm going to say no. I like to be dominant against all teams for all of us. But you know, I guess people back home are watching, so it's always cool that they get a chance to watch.
The pitch that you took deep, I think it was a high fastball. Do you like getting pitches like that where you can muscle one out of the park?
I mean, if I hit him like that, yeah. He threw it to me earlier in the bat, and I swung through it. So sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
27,000 strong here today on a big weekend. Nice to see you guys get the second game of a long homestand as far as the W is concerned.
Oh, yeah. Nice to take these first two, and as you mentioned, nice long homestand. I think this is our first 10-game homestand, so for us, we get to be home for a while, so we're excited.
Before I let you go, I'm going to go ask you to be a father again. How cool is it to play in front of your kids tomorrow?
Oh, it's going to be cool. The baby's not really going to know too much, but the oldest, she's going to be excited, and, it definitely puts things in perspective being a father.
Jay Hay, thank you.
Thank you.
Josh Harrison and the Buccos victorious the day before Father's Day. Guys, it's all yours.
All right, Danny, thank you very much. And one thing that was evident was they were just not going to back down and playing a little long ball today with the Pirates.
Yeah, they had great at-bats. We talked about it pregame. They had the extended bats, but they decided, hey, we're just going to jump ship and leave the yard. Moran continuing to be hot in that 4-hole. Really has no emotion, slow heartbeat. Can't even tell he had that adjustment to the 4-hole. Diaz, once again, stepping up on a day. He gets to play, doesn't get to play all the time, and Jay Hay, a bad ball hitter, goes up eye level and hits the ball out of the yard. These guys hit some tough pitches today out of the yard, but they had great at-bats through and through. The whole lineup contributed today. It was just a good Pirates win, and they didn't really have a lot of scuffling throughout the game.
No, absolutely getting it done today, taking care of business against the Cincinnati Reds. Hey, we've had a lot of nice weather, consecutive days in a row. Now some Pirates consecutive wins in a row. Today they make it 3 straight. It's been a while since the Bucs have done that. They're certainly enjoying it, and this is indeed a nice, healthy, long homestand. The Pirates would like to make some hay during this opportunity right here at PNC Park. Plenty to break down, and that's straight ahead right here on AT&T Sportsnet.